Hey Hempies Nation, it's your boy Josh, and I am back today with a very special video, alright? This is going to be, it's going to be a game changer, alright? And this one's going to require a little bit from you. I am looking for a little participation because it's meaningful conversations and meaningful moments that make life worth living, right? So let's make this one of those, okay? It doesn't matter whether you're cautious, curious, or an everyday toker like myself, there's gonna be something in this episode for everyone, all right? Boom! Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Let's Be Blunt. And today, we are having meaningful discussions, okay? I just had one of the most profound conversations I've had in a really long time, and it was amazing, folks. I am invigorated, I am rejuvenated, I am infused. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, we need to infuse one another. That's what this community is. This community, a 420 community where we can know one another, we can talk to one another, we can engage with each other, like-minded individuals who happen to share in commonality, certain commonalities with each other, right? Like, we are part of a community, whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, we still are. You know, just because you partake of THC does lump you into a group that does happen to partake in THC use. So there you go. We're together, man. We might as well be there for each other. This community is exactly that. It's a support network for each other. All right? I want to hear your stories. This isn't just about me. This isn't about, like, you know, hey, I'm gonna start the story, all right? We're gonna start the conversation. But you guys, absolutely, please guide me. Take me there. What stories do you want to uncover? What truths do you want to unlock? You know, this meaningful conversation that I just had, I'm blown away. Okay, so it was a conversation with a friend. All right, and this friend is struggling right now, literally with smoking, because his therapist has got him under the impression that smoking is bad, that smoking marijuana is bad. It's a crutch. It's literally the stigmatisms and the stereotypes and the cliches and everything else going into this. And this is coming from a person, a therapist who is an alcoholic, okay? Who is projecting onto this therapy right now. I'm just saying, this is like, so it's unsettling to me to hear that kind of like reaction, because with therapy, my therapist was amazing, okay? And my therapist was absolutely 100% supportive of me using THC in the manner in which I was using it to help with my PTSD, help with my anxiety, to help me get out of funks, and also concentrate and grow and learn more about myself. And that has happened. And he was 100% a proponent of me developing further along this journey. And so, you know, he inspired me to make these videos. And I'm like, your therapist is giving you literal internal conflict with yourself. Like, he's like trying to justify his own existence because of a flower. And I'm like, no, don't fight the flow of the world, right? Don't don't fight against it. Don't fight against what your nature is, right? I mean, your nature, he is such a good, kind, wonderful man, you know, intelligent beyond belief, brilliant. Like this guy's a world changer, you know? Like I can't change the world, okay? But I know people who can, right? I bring people together. That's what I do, right? So I want to bring people into this community so we can have conversations with each other, and it'll be awesome. And like share in meaningful moments like this one with this gentleman, right? Like this was impactful. I'm gonna feel this one for decades. I remember it because he was feeling really down. And you know what? After our conversation we had, he was feeling really, really emboldened, energized, invigorated, rejuvenated. Like he felt like we had together removed some of the baggage off of his back. And it's like, oh wow. And as soon as we did that, as soon as he was at peace with himself, I could feel his anxieties lifted. I could feel all of that just lifted. As an empath, I could feel it. It was wild. It's incredible. And I mean, this meaningful moment that we shared, where he had profound revelations, all happened because I happened to like, we happened to be, we were sitting down. No, okay. I was sitting down and he was coming up the stairs because I sit on the stairs. And he's my roommate. So there you go. All right. And this was like wild. And I'm like, okay, so let me move. And I move, and just in that little brief little movement and everything else, we start talking and we start smoking together. And that's how this conversation started. And his world has changed in a great way, because he now knows that he's got support, right? And that we're building a community of support for each other. So don't ever feel bad about what you're doing, right? Like, if you're feeling bad about it, let's talk about it, all right? I don't want you to feel bad about it. It's not like I'm like, oh God, you feel bad about it. Whoosh, bad on you. No, it's not like that. We're not trying to like break out Mr. X again, you know? This is Candy Krusher. It's fantastic, all right? And we're gonna give it all the credence it needs. But like, this meaningful, impactful moment has grown a seed of like flower in me, right? And it's growing and it's blossoming right now. And I'm sharing this message with you. So he infused me with this conversation, which I infused him, because I was able to help him unpack some of his burden, right? Some of the things that he's been struggling with. And we together, like, infused one another. And so I'm energized and I'm going out and making videos. He's going to go start trending his strains, the strains at Hempies, because you've got all these strains right there from which to choose from, right? You can choose from them and you can look at, we've got the effects, we've got the lineage, we've got the ancestry, right? We've got the percentages. You know, we will tell you how things will affect you and like help you get there on your journey so that you can catalog for yourself your own experiences, and we can grow and expand our consciousness. This isn't just stoner talk, man. This is like real world like implications together, right? Let us pull out these aspects of ourselves that we haven't ever really had an opportunity to experience. because the flowers have different properties in them, man, different cannabinoids, different terpenes. And all of those things go into how our experience manifests. So, whatever happens in that experience is a product of the combination of things, right? What's going on in your reality? What's happening right now where you're experiencing your high, your elevation of thinking, right? We are elevating our minds and we're stepping through doorways. And I'm trying to something that would be really good, something that I've started doing, is trying to center myself before I smoke. Because it's not just I want to experience the relief of something. It's not just I have some sort of addiction to something. No, it's much deeper. Like cannabis is useful, right? It's unlocking superpowers within you. Once you learn how to channel it, once you learn how to use these aspects of yourself that you unlock when you have partaken, then you're growing as a person, developing as a human, right? Further developing. And I challenge you guys, man. I challenge you to record and document like we're doing right now. Document your personal high. Document maybe just, hey, how I'm feeling. Okay, I feel this. I feel that. What did you smoke? Okay. What did you take? Okay. So, and then catalog it. Let's start a journal. Because honestly, this 420 community, man, I've realized, when I started this thing, I was thinking, man, I want something that we can connect with each other, where we can be supportive of one another and help each other grow and do this journey together. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. But now it's a whole different ballgame, man. We have once we throw in meaningful moments, right? Meaningful moments, packed on meaningful moments, and we share in each other's stories and adventures. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything. We can just start the conversation. But in that conversation, I'm pretty sure something profound will come out, right? Message me while you're on your journey and tell me what you're feeling, right? In the comments, we can comment on each other. We can start to build one another up and grow. So I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to watch this video to find something meaningful and impactful in it. Okay? So I want to talk about my friend and this conversation we had. And he was telling me that, his therapist that says it's horrible, it's bad. He's fighting with whether to stop smoking, stop using, switch to edibles. There's this internal conflict that's just really wearing him down. And he's like, but do I really want to give this up? And I'm like, bro, are we giving anything up? Are we let's unburden yourself rather than, let's unburden what is actually giving you the anxiety, what is actually causing the internal conflict, all right? It's this feeling of self-worth where he's down on himself, man. He's hanging his head low. I'm a smoker, I'm a stoner, I shouldn't spend my money this way, and everything else. And we had a conversation. And life, for me, I have found that, and this is coming from someone who has been so depressed that he was willing to consider the most morbid, right? When there's no way out, what do you do? You know, I had a therapist once who told me, he's like, you know, you shouldn't be here. Like, after hearing my story, you shouldn't be here. How are you even here? Like, bro, what are you saying, man? Like, are you saying I should have offed myself? He's like, no, but most people would have. I'm like, wow, that's really profound. Okay. So I didn't. And that means something, right? That was a long while back. But ever since then, you know, there's like growth. Because I've hit the bottom. I know what that's like. I had the courage to like continue on. And I say that as self-love because it was courage. It did require courage. And we should be honest with ourselves about that. Okay? Self-love is good. Practice it. I think this 420 community is going to be like amazing, right? This is Hempies Nation. Let's go. And so my roommate is now going to be going to Hempies and checking out the flowers and looking at all of these things and seeing what the effects are and then cataloging his highs. He's going to do that. And that's going to be fantastic. I think we should start a trend, man. Absolutely. That would be so cool. That'd be lit. So, anywho, meaningful, insightful moments which infuse one another. Can't remember if we finished that whole conversation about therapy or not. Anywho, my therapist was amazing. I've had 2 incredible therapists. Both of them at different times. And I felt like both of them were like guardian angels. You know? Not that I believe in all that. I'm just saying they were like angelic presences in my life. And that visual for you is like what I can offer. I don't know. But they're fantastic. And I'm making this videos because of and inspired by, you know, one of those therapists. So, you know, we're trying to reach people. You know who you are, my friend, therapist. We are trying to help one another grow and guide each other through this journey that is life. But like, I feel like life is lot, man. So we have to figure out what we're living for, right? You're on your path. What are you living for? Like, because at the end of the day, right? Like, you don't have to be here. But what are you living for? Right? And so once you understand what you're living for, then we have to figure out ways to be our best versions of ourselves and to figure out how to grow within ourselves and beyond. Like, to be more than what we were and become what we're capable of being. And I don't mean that to like judge people. I myself am talking about myself. I mean it in the sense that I have felt my own burdens weighing on me. Why aren't you more successful? Why haven't you done this? You know, here I am. And like all my years of existence, and what do I have to show for it? You know, have I accumulated wealth? Have I accumulated things? No, I don't. I don't have any wealth. I don't have any things. You know, I've got what I need to survive right now. And I'm finding my journey. I'm finding my path, right? My way to the top. The temple is where we want to be. And every day I'm trying to find and ascend those stairs to the temple. So I might be living a bit like a monk right now, but it's all good. We're making videos, we're having fun, we're growing a community. I think this community has something to offer the entire world, man. I think this community has something to offer everyone. Because we matter. Our voices matter. And you shouldn't feel bad about yourself. So I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. If you do, message me, all right? Like, message me, figure it out. Like, we'll figure it out, man. Like, if you're feeling bad about yourself, bro, message me. We'll talk. But I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. And now you know that I've been there. So, meaningful, insightful moments changes the day. It changes the way we experience life, because our trajectory, the path that we were on, boom, had a meaningful moment. But now it's like playing Pong. Where's that ball going? Boom, way over there. And it's guided. Your trajectory has been changed. And then we can have another meaningful moment. And another one. And we can share in those moments together here in this channel. All right? Hit me up. Let's be real with one another. Let's be blunt with one another. Are you kidding me? Be real? Be blunt. Let's be blunt. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has been impactful for you and meaningful. Then you might be able to take something away from it. All right. I want to have lots of conversations. Hit me up in the likes and definitely leave a comment. Talk to you soon. Thanks.